The Hamilton Southeastern Lady Royals will begin sectional play next week as they travel to Westfield for a run at what they hope is an Indiana State ladies basketball title. But still, there's some work to be done here, and they'll do it tonight here on Audio Sports Online as the 7th-ranked Lady Royals take on Avon in the regular season finale. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Hamilton Southeastern Basketball on Audio Sports Online. My name is Brian Scott. You're going to have to bear with us tonight. Had a few technical issues, and our sound is going to be a little bit different. Might have to fight over the band at times, but we should have what hopes to be the capper of a fantastic season for the Lady Royals. Hamilton Southeastern comes into tonight's game with a record of 17-3. They have won their last 3 contests, and a win tonight gives them back-to-back Hoosier Crossroads Conference championships and also gives them back-to-back seasons as they go undefeated in Hoosier Crossroads Conference play. They'll wrap up the season against the Avon Orioles. The Orioles are 5-15, 3-5 in conference play, and have lost their last 6 contests coming into tonight's game. For Hamilton Southeastern, back-to-back games last week against some very tough competition. They started it with a win last Tuesday against Pike and followed it up with a win last Friday night when they defeated then number 1 in Class 1A Fort Wayne Canterbury by the score of 72-69. Taya Reimer led the Royals with 27 points, and in doing so became Hamilton Southeastern's all-time leading ladies basketball scorer. Jessica Pongodas had her best night as a Royal. She had 24 points in that game while coming down with also 7 rebounds and 6 assists. So the Royals look to cap off another perfect HCC record as they take on Avon tonight here at AudioSportsOnline.com. Avon comes into this game, as I mentioned, with a record of 5-15. They are 3-5 in HCC play, and they're coming off of a loss to Plainfield earlier in the week by the score of 40-26. It was a rough night for the Lady Orioles that night as Plainfield jumped out on top and really never looked back, and Avon just really couldn't find any type of offense to get them going through that contest as they finished out the night with only 4 players scoring all 26 points. They got 10 points from Shelly Daniels, 6 points from Rachel Griffith, and 6 points from Megan Hunt. Go along with 4 points from Megan Price. That was the extent of the Lady Orioles scoring Tuesday night against Plainfield as they dropped their 6th game in a row and come into tonight looking at a Hamilton Southeastern club very much looking to get that HCC title. And talking to Coach Uppenthal earlier in the week, it's something that they would very much like to see get back-to-back HCC championships and back-to-back undefeated HCC seasons. Would be a big feather in the cap, especially for the seniors playing here on senior night at Hamilton Southeastern. 4 seniors are on this team. They, of course, led by Taya Reimer, who will be moving on with her basketball career as she moves up to the road to South Bend to play for Notre Dame. Meanwhile, Jessica Pongonas, she will be moving on. She goes and plays for St. Joe's next season. The 3rd senior on this team, Casey Hornbuckle, has started quite a few games this season, and getting the start tonight, as is the want to do for Coach Uppenthal. The 4th senior, Trillia Faisal, she'll get the start tonight on senior night here at Hamilton Southeastern. Royals making their way along through the court, led by Pongonas and Taya Reimer. Hamilton Southeastern again, they want to cap off back-to-back Hoosier Crossroads Conference championships. And as I mentioned, they went 9-0 last year, looking to go 9-0 this year. A win tonight They are the undisputed champions of the Hoosier Crossroads Conference. They have clinched a share of the conference title, but a win tonight would give them the conference championship outright. As we hear them, let's go ahead and give you the starting lineups tonight. First off, we will have our national anthem.
Especially those who gave their lives for our country. Our national anthem will be performed tonight by Kelly Brown. She's a 1999 graduate of Avon, Southeastern, a former cheer coach and currently a fourth grade teacher at Geist Elementary School. Also signing tonight will be students from Karen Colton's ASL class. Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem.
A fine rendition of our national anthem. You might have seen to our left as I focus the camera. They were having one of the classes here to teach sign language, sign it, and one of the senior players for Hamilton Southeastern, Trillia Faisal, one of the members in that class, and she was out there signing our national anthem. Let's have our starting lineups tonight. First off, for the visiting Avon Orioles, they come in, again, as I mentioned earlier, with a record of 15-5. The head coach is David Cupp, 11-30 in his second year at the helm of the Orioles, and 79-94 in his eighth year overall. It will start a 3-guard, 2-forward look at a guard, a 5'6 senior, Megan Price. The other guard is a 5'7 sophomore, Megan Hunt. The third guard, a 5'7 sophomore, Paige Vitalis. At forward, a 5'11 freshman, Shelly Daniels. And the other forward and a member of Avon's state championship volleyball team, a 5'11 junior, Rachel Griffin. So in the backcourt, it is Price, Hunt, and Vitalis, and up front, Daniels and Griffin. Those are the starting lineups for the Avon Orioles. For Hamilton Southeastern, 4 seniors on the team, 4 seniors starting. Starting at a guard will be one of the juniors on the team, a 5'8 junior, Lindsay Walton. The other guard is a 5' senior, Trillia Faisal. At guard, a 5'8 senior, Casey Hornbuckle. At forward, a 6'1 senior, Jessica Malgonis. And the leading scorer in Lady Basketball, the Royals leading basketball history, is 6'3 senior, Taya Reimer. So once again, in the backcourt, Walton, Faisal, and Hornbuckle. And up front, Reimer and Pongonis. Those are the starters for head coach Chris Huppenthal, 146 and 32 in his 8th year at the helm of Hamilton Southeastern, and 321 and 70 in his 17th year overall. Over the last 10 years, this has been a decidedly one-sided series. Hamilton Southeastern is 10-0 over the last 15 years, including a 51-35 victory last year at Avon. The number 7 Royals and the Avon Orioles getting ready to tip it up here Audio Sports Online. Orioles in the black, Royals in the white. As Reimer jumps center, and the Royals will have the basketball. Faisal for three. That one's short, and they'll say it hit the top of the backboard, and the ball will belong to Avon. And Southeastern immediately go to a 1-2-2 press right on the inbound. Avon with the basketball, almost stolen by Faisal. Going to go out of bounds, and the ball will stay in the hands of the Avon Orioles. And now, Hamilton Southeastern will back up into their half-court defense, where they like to trap in the midcourt stripe whenever possible. Right side, Megan Hunt, they move the ball around. This is Paige Vitalis trying to get the ball down low to Shelly Daniels. They'll say it went off of a Royal, and the ball will, well, now they've changed their mind, and they're going to give it the ball now to Hamilton Southeastern, saying it went off the hands of Avon. Just underway, season finale, senior night here at Hamilton Southeastern, as Lindsey Walton looks over man-to-man defense. She fades Pongonis. Pongonis just in front of the arc, shot no good. Reimer tries for the rebound, and they'll say it went off of Taya's fingertips. So the ball goes back into the hands of Avon, and once again the 1-2-2 trap press is being employed. Rachel Griffin, they get it over to the far side into the hands of Vitalis. Vitalis back to Griffin, now to Megan Hunt. Hunt tries to feed it to Griffin, stolen away by Pongonis. Taya Reimer down to Pongonis in the low blocks, loses it for a minute, kicks it back out to Reimer. Reimer's three, on the way is good. And Taya Reimer starts the scoring with a three from the wing, and Southeastern leads 3-0 as we are about a minute and 10 seconds. Here is a steal. Faisal steals, beats Hornbuckle, and Hornbuckle finishes it off. And Southeastern now quickly out in front, 5-0. 6:35 left to go in the opening quarter. Rachel Griffin to Shelly Daniels. Daniels drives, lays it up with a right-hand runner. Shot no good. Pongonis with a rebound. Jessica with the basketball brings it left side to Faisal. Faisal top of the key to Walton. And Lindsay gives it to Taya Reimer. Reimer with the basketball, crossover dribble, leaves it out to Hornbuckle. Hornbuckle in the lane, throws it up with the right hand. It's short, rebounded by Paige Vitalis. Vitalis will bring it into the front court. Vitalis picks up her dribble, feeds down low. Daniels drives and gets the bucket on the drive down the right side of the lane. Shelly Daniels gets Avon on the board. They trail by 3 with 5:50 left to go in the opening quarter of play. Left side, this is Pongonis with the basketball. Over the top, Reimer for 3. On its way, raises off the front of the rim, and Griffin comes away with a rebound. Outlets it up front to Megan Price. Price shot no good. Reimer with a rebound for the Royals. Taya takes the basketball, tries to lay it off to Pongonis. Saved by Faisal, but saved into the hands of Shelly Daniels. Daniels to Vitalis. Vitalis is trapped. Hornbuckle comes away with it and gives it to Lindsay Walton. Or Julia Faisal. And Faisal gives it to Lindsay Walton. And Coach Chris Leventhal will call a timeout. It's a 30-second timeout. And Hamilton Southeastern leads Avon by the score of 7-2. Well, on this final game of the 2012-2013 regular season, Coach Leventhal asked me to send out a very, very special hi to family living in both Texas and Florida tonight. They say they never miss a game, and we're glad we could have you along for Hamilton Southeastern basketball on Audio Sports Online. It's been a fantastic season for Coach Leventhal and his Royals, and they look to continue it next week as sectionals begin at Westfield. Hi to Coach Leventhал's family in both Florida and Texas. We're glad you're along with us tonight. No changes out of the timeout. It is still Hornbuckle, Faisal, Walton, Pongonis, and Reimer. Hamilton Southeastern with a 7-2 lead, 5:09 left to go in quarter number 1. Brian Scott with you. Season finale. As Vitalis gets the ball into Hunt. Hunt to Daniels, and Daniels' pass intercepted by Hornbuckle. Daniels trying to find Rachel Griffin on the right wing. Pongonis drives the right side of the lane and lays it up on the right hand. Jessica Pongonis with her first 2 points, and Southeastern already out in front by 7 at 9-2. 4:38 left to go first quarter. Down low, Shelly Daniels blocked by Pongonis. And we'll keep it down here. Megan Walton comes in for Trillia Faisal. Faisal gets a nice hand. And she got the start tonight. Coming in for Coach David Cupp's Orioles, Brooke Peters. She will come in for Paige Batalis. It will be Price triggering the inbound. She finds Rachel Griffin. And Griffin double dribble. Got both hands on the basketball, called for the double dribble, and the turnover gives the ball back to Hamilton Southeastern. They're up by 7, 4:29 remains as now Megan Walton inbounds to Lindsay. And Lindsay brings it into the front court. Skip pass Reimer to Megan Walton, lays it off to Hornbuckle. Hornbuckle to Pongonis. Pongonis down to Reimer in the low blocks. Turnaround jumper with the right hand is up and good. Reimer with 5 points, 11-2, Southeastern's lead. As we approach the midway point of quarter number 1. They get it down the left side, and a foul called as Megan Price got the shot up. Looked like a pretty good defensive play. I believe the foul was going to go against Megan Walton. Actually, you're going to give it to Lindsay Walton. So Lindsay Walton called for the personal foul, and Taylor Graham now in for Casey Hornbuckle. At the line is Megan Price. Missed the first, or made them both, I should say. She picks up her first 2 points, 11-4 our score. Under 4 minutes left to play opening quarter. Royals move the basketball down to the corner. Megan Walton has it. Leaves it to Pongonis. Pongonis, ball fake, drives baseline. Shot a little long, rebounded by Peters of Avon. Brooke Peters into the front court, left side, finds Megan Hunt. Down to Shelly Daniels, makes a drive left side, and Reimer will knock it off of Daniels' leg out of bounds, and the ball goes back into the hands of Hamilton Southeastern. Royals with a 7-point advantage, 3:33 remaining in this opening quarter. Graham finds Megan Walton, back to Taylor Graham. Lindsay Walton, right wing to Pongonis. Pongonis, 3 from the corner is good. Pongonis with 5 points, and the lead is now double digits at 10, 14-4. Griffin throws it into the front court to Brooke Peters. Peters has it stripped away by Taya Reimer, and Reimer will bring it into the front court. Taya leaves it to Lindsay Walton. Had a wide open 3, but instead will give it to Taya Reimer. And Reimer will take it to the top of the key and feed Lindsay left side wing. 2:50 remaining in this first quarter, 14-4. Royals with the basketball, the 10-point lead. Megan Walton out to Taylor Graham, pass to Lindsay Walton. She gets Griffin in the air and steps up for the easy jump shot. Lindsay Walton with 4 points, got Griffin in the air, took a couple of steps in for the easier jump shot, and Royals are up by 12. They feed Shelly Daniels on the baseline, and it's knocked out of bounds by Lindsay Walton. Kaylee Hubbenthal now in for Hamilton Southeastern. She'll take over for Lindsay Walton, and Shelly Daniels will depart. And she will be replaced by Hannah Eiler. 12-point lead, and as Hubbenthal overplays the ball, she's going to be called for the personal foul as she tried to step in front of Megan Price's pass. First foul against Hubbenthal, second foul, team foul against Hamilton Southeastern, and Avon inbounds the ball, trailing by 12. 2:17 remains in this first quarter. As Megan Hunt picks up her dribble, she'll find Price. Price to Griffin, left elbow, back to Price. Megan Price with a right-hand dribble, kicks it out. 3-ball on the way. It's long by Megan Hunt, and Pongonis comes down with a rebound for Southeastern. She'll give it to Taylor Graham, who'll run the point. Graham right side, Megan Walton around to Pongonis screen. In the lane, pull-up jumper is up and good. And That's about all Coach David Cup of the Lady Orioles wants to see as Megan Walton's basket pushes the lead up to 14 points with a minute 47 left to go in this opening quarter. 7th ranked Lady Royals of Hamilton Southeastern leads Avon 18-4. Minute 47 left to go in this first quarter of play. Southeastern with a 14-point lead, 18-4. As Shelly Daniels will return. As Maddie Taylor now in, and she tries to intercept the pass intended for Brooke Peters and go out of bounds, and Avon will keep possession. Avon's problem all season long has been offense. They come in only averaging 43 points. Here's a steal by Graham. She'll leave it off with the right hand. And Taylor Graham has her first 2 points. Now it's a 16-point Southeastern lead. A minute 23 left to go in the first quarter. And now we'll have an over and back violation as the pressure came to Megan Hunt. As the Royals are wont to do, they will trap at the midcourt stripe. And that caused the over and back violation. Rachel Griffin will come back in as Megan Hunt departs. Mentioned Griffin for Avon. She was a member of their state championship volleyball team. Also plays basketball. Taylor to Reimer. Reimer, stutter steps, goes up, loses the basketball, and coming away with it is Megan Price. 1 minute left to go in this first quarter of play. Southeastern leads 20-4. Price tries to get it, and it's stolen away by Maddie Taylor. Taylor leaves it to Huppenthal. Huppenthal feeds Reimer, and as Reimer tries to lay it up, it'll hit the bottom of the rim. Matea's going to head to the free throw line for 4-2. Shelly Daniels will pick up her first team foul against the Orioles, and Thea Reimer is at the line to shoot 2. Reimer started this game with a 3, and she hits her first free throw. As I mentioned, Avon comes in only averaging 43 points per game. They give up over 56, and that's second worst point differential in the conference as Reimer hits both free throws. Taya with 7, 22-4 is the Royals' advantage. 44 seconds remaining in the opening quarter. Griffin picks up her dribble, goes right side to Peters. Top to Hannah Eiler. Eiler gives Griffin left side, works around Taylor, tries to leave it with the right hand, hits the bottom of the backboard, and Taylor has the loose ball for Southeastern. Reimer, top of the key, gives it to Taylor Graham. Graham will set up the half court with 22 seconds left. Feeds Kaylee Huppenthal. Kaylee with the basketball, works on Peters. Crosses back over, goes top of the key, left side to Graham. 12 seconds remain. Graham to Huppenthal. Huppenthal around a Taylor screen. Free throw line, gives it up, now throws it away. And as Megan Walton gets the basketball, over and back will be called as she touched it first. Brooke Peters leaves. Paige Patel is back in. 3.6 seconds left to go in this quarter. And Avon will quickly have to put a shot up. Here's Rachel Griffin. And they can't get a shot off as Griffin wanted to swing it left wing to Megan Price and ran out of time. Played 8 minutes in the season finale. All Hamilton Southeastern 22-4. Back with second half action right after this. Second quarter about ready to get underway as Hamilton Southeastern leads Avon by the score of 22-4. Taya Reimer, 7 points in that first quarter, 4 points from Lindsey Walton, 5 for Jessica Pongonis. The Orioles have the basketball to begin the second quarter as they try to feed Rachel Griffin. The 5 on the court for Coach Uppenthal will be Maddie Taylor, Lindsey Walton, Jessica Pongonis, Taylor Graham, and Megan Walton. They'll get the ball into the hands of Vitalis. Vitalis works against Megan Walton, throws it back out. Shelly Daniels with the basketball, left side. Hannah Eiler's 3 is on its way and good. Hannah Eiler hits the 3, and first one from beyond the arc for the Lady Orioles, but they trail 22-7. Graham down low. Here's Pongonis for 3. That one's no good. Rebounded by Eiler. And Eiler will give it to Griffin, who will bring it up to the front court. Left side stolen by Lindsey Walton. Lindsey leaves it to Graham. Graham lays it up off the glass. Too strong. But she's going to earn a trip to the free throw line as she was fouled on the layup. Rachel Griffin will pick up her first, team second. And Taylor Graham at the line to shoot 2. And she hits the first of 2. Taylor last week against Pike hit some critical free throws down the stretch. She was 4 of 8 in the game, but missed her first 4. And Coach Uppenthal just told Taylor to relax, take a deep breath. And she canned 4 clutch free throws in that waning moments to help seal the victory for Hamilton Southeastern. She hits both of these here. It's 24-7. Southeastern with a lead. Orioles with the basketball. Griffin finds Shelly Daniels. She'll go right side. Blocked by Pongonis to Maddie Taylor. Taylor, left side, finds Megan Walton. Long-range 3 on its way. Just short off the front rim. Eiler gets the rebound, and she will give it off to Rachel Griffin. Griffin, left side, throws up a prayer. Wasn't answered. And Maddie Taylor comes away with it. Megan Walton finds Lindsey Walton. Lindsey Walton backs it out to Taylor Graham. 6:30 left to go in the first half. 17 points, Southeastern lead. Lindsey Walton with the basketball. Gives it right side to Taylor Graham, looking against man-to-man defense by Avon. Megan Walton with the basketball. Off to Lindsey. Lindsey, good behind-the-back dribble. Drives to the lane, blocked by Daniels. Right into the hands of Pongonis, and Pongonis lays it up and in. Pongo with 7 points. And it's a 19-point Southeastern lead as we've played 2 minutes of basketball in this second quarter. Daniels, left side, finds Price. Price down to Griffin. Griffin in the low box with a nice turnaround jumper is up and good. Rachel Griffin has her first 2 points. 26-9, Royals with the lead. Taylor Graham, right side, 3-2 zone, whistle away from the basketball. As Maddie Taylor was down in the low blocks with Shelly Daniels, and this one looks like it's going to go against Avon. Daniels will pick up her second personal as Taylor and Megan Walton depart. Taya Reimer and Casey Hornbuckle back in. Meanwhile, Daniels and Price will leave. As we'll try to set the Avon lineup in a minute. Here's Taya Reimer. Hesitation, drives, lays it with the left hand. Rolls off the rim. Hornbuckle with a rebound. That shot's no good. And clearing it is Rachel Griffin. Griffin into the front court. 3-ball on its way. It's up and good from Paige Vitalis. Vitalis just stepped easily into the 3. But Taya Reimer will take it the whole way down the court. Misses the layup. Hornbuckle is able to poke it away and right into the hands of Reimer. And Taya will lay it back up and in. Taya with 9 points, and Coach David Cupp of Avon will call a 30-second timeout with 5:02 left to go here in this first half. And Hamilton Southeastern leading 28-12. Out of the timeout for Avon, it will be Hannah Eiler, Paige Vitalis, Rachel Griffin, and missed the number. Here's a steal by Reimer. Reimer with the basket, leaves it up for Hornbuckle, tipped away at the last second by Eiler. Out to Pongonis. Her three is short off of the rim, and here comes Avon the other way. Backing it out is Megan Hunt. They give it down low, drives baseline, and a whistle and a traveling violation is called. Julia Faisal will be inserted back into the lineup for Taylor Graham as Trillia playing her last game here at Hamilton Southeastern. Lindsey Walton left side, Jessica Pongonis. Pongo finds Reimer. Reimer turnaround jumper is well short. Saved by Pongonis. She hit the bottom of the backboard, and Avon comes away with it. Dribbling left side to Megan Hunt. Leaves it to Rachel Griffin. Griffin, long range three, is off the back flange. No good. Reimer comes away with it for Southeastern. Taya leaves it for Trillia. Back to Taylor. Touch pass to Pongonis, and Pongonis finishes it off. Good ball movement is Jessica now with 9 points. 30-12, Southeastern with the lead, and as Griffin brings it across the timeline, a whistle will stop play, and a foul looks like it's going to go against Southeastern's Casey Hornbuckle. Casey's first as Megan Price comes back in, and Shelly Daniels, Hannah Eiler, and Paige Vitalis will depart. Avon down by a bunch already. 3:44 remains in the first half. They feed the ball down low. Stolen away by Faisal. Got by Trillia as the long outlet pass finds Lindsey Walton to Taya Reimer. Ball fake. Pull-up jumper. Right elbow is good. 11 points for Taya, who's averaging over 20 points a game. And it's a 20-point Southeastern lead. 32-12, 3:19 left to go first half. And losing the basketball is Shelly Daniels. It goes out of bounds, and the ball goes back into the hands of the 7th-ranked Hamilton Southeastern Royals. Southeastern looking for back-to-back outright Hoosier Crossroads Conference championships. Lindsey Walden gets a screen from Pongonis. Now finds Faisal top of the key. Left side. Reimer drives baseline. Kicks it out to Hornbuckle. Hornbuckle's shot from the left elbow is no good. Reimer saves it to Lindsey Walton. Touches to Pongonis. Pongonis gets the bucket and one. Crisp ball movement by Hamilton Southeastern. Great save by Reimer to Lindsey Walton, who found Pongonis underneath the basket. Hannah Eiler comes in. Shay Daniels now in. As Shelly Daniels and Rachel Griffin depart. And Pongonis with 11 points, looking for her 12th. And she cans the free throw. Southeastern has hit all 5 of their free throws they've attempted, and they lead 35-12. Right side, this is Megan Price. Gets it down into the corner. Here comes the trap. They find Shay Daniels. Daniels puts it up. Shot rolls around, no good. Gets her own rebound. And as she goes back up, a whistle on a foul will be called against Hamilton Southeastern. Lindsey Walton will pick up her second personal foul, 4th team foul. Shay Daniels at the line to shoot a pair. And she hits the first. One more for the freshman. She played quite a few minutes in the JV game. And she cans both free throws. 35-14, that's our score with 2:37 remaining in this first half. Faisal with the basketball, right wing. Leaves it to Reimer, top of the key, down to Pongonis. Underneath, her right-hander was too strong. Daniels with a rebound. Avon brings it back into the front court. Hunt with the basketball, leaves it. They find down low. A nice cut, but Price can't finish it. But chasing it down is Eiler. Orioles move the basketball around as we approach the 2-minute mark. Long-range three shot, no good by Price. Rebounded by Eiler. She goes up, leaves it for Daniels. Daniels will put up the shot, and she'll get the roll off of the front of the rim. Shea Daniels with 4 points. And a 19-point Southeastern lead with 1:48 left to go first half. Reimer, the basketball spins baseline and lays it in. Explosive move on the spin to the baseline, and Shea gets an easy bucket. She now has 13 points. It's a 21-point Southeastern lead. Daniels with the basketball. She drives baseline, throws it out, and Orioles will move the ball back around. This is Price, top of the key, guarded by Faisal. As now Southeastern moves to a 2-3 zone. Driving with the basketball and kicking it down low to Eiler, back up top. Or over by the wing, shot no good by Megan Hunt. Lindsey Walton comes away with it as we approach 1 minute left, 1 minute and 1 second. And with 61 seconds remaining, Coach Chris Huppenthal will call a timeout. Southeastern leads 37-16. This is Royals basketball on ASO. .61 seconds remain in this first half. All Hamilton Southeastern. It started with a Taya Reimer 3, and they have not looked back as they lead 37-16. Kaylee Huppenthal back in for Hamilton Southeastern. It is Huppenthal, Lindsey Walton, Taya Reimer, Jessica Pongonis, and Trillia Faisal. Huppenthal looking for somebody to come get the ball. Finally, Lindsey Walton does. Under a minute left to go first half. It's Lindsey Walton with a left-hand dribble, guarded closely by Megan Hunt. And now a 5-second closely guarded call as Lindsey Walton couldn't elude Megan Hunt. And the ball goes back to Avon, trailing by 21 points with 50 seconds remaining in the first half. Orioles with the basketball and a steal by Faisal. Trillia with the basketball, leaves it off and tried to get it to Taya Reimer, but bounces it off of the leg of Megan Hunt. But the Royals will have the basketball still, up by 21. Paige Vitalis will come in. And Rachel Griffin will also come in for Coach Cup. Lindsey Walton will trigger the inbound from the baseline. And still looking. She'll find Reimer over in the corner. Reimer bounce past the Pongonis. Turnaround jumper in the lane. Rolls around and in. 14 points for Pongo. And it's a 39-16 Southeastern lead. 24 seconds remain first half. Price leaves it to Vitalis. Vitalis picks up her dribble, gives it to Griffin. 17 seconds remain as they feed down low. Nice denial by Pongonis as they tried to feed Shea Daniels in the paint. Pongonis denied it, and it goes out of bounds. With 13.1 seconds remaining in this first half, Avon retains possession. Griffin, free throw line, knocked away by Reimer. 8 seconds remaining. Reimer runs into a screen, but Griffin has to hold up. It's good help. Here is Daniels with 0.5 of a second. Reimer went for the block, but instead got Daniels on the arm, and Shea Daniels will go to the line. And they'll say Daniels on the line, so it'll simply be 2 free throws, not 3. Daniels misses the first one badly, and she'll have one more. She hit her first 2. And now she's at the line with one more. And that one's no good. Pongo with a rebound, and that ends the first half of play. Oh, Southeastern, as they head to the locker room at the break, 39-16. Check back here in about 5-6 minutes. We'll take a final look around the HCC and talk about what the Royals can expect next week as sectionals begin. It's 12 basketball on ASO.
As the exclusive sports medicine provider for Avon Southeastern High School and the University of California meetings in sports medicine, alongside athletic sports medicine, the orthopedic specialists are proud to support the strength of Avon Southeastern athletes. Discover your strength today at IUL.org/athletic sports. And now, ladies and gentlemen, for your halftime entertainment, your Avon Southeastern Jazz Band.
Halftime in Hamilton Southeastern, where the Lady Royals, ranked number 7 in the state of Indiana, lead Avon by the score of 39-16. Let's take a look around the Hoosier Crossroads Conference on this final week of the regular season. Hamilton Southeastern, with a win tonight, would be the undisputed champion of the Hoosier Crossroads Conference. They would have an unblemished record in HCC play, and they come in with an overall record of 17-3, 8-0 coming into tonight in HCC play and have won their last three. The Brownsburg Lady Bulldogs, well, ever since their loss to Hamilton Southeastern earlier this season, they have just been on a tear. 16-3 overall, 8-1 in the conference, winners of their last 9. Westfield in third place, a 17-2 overall record, and 7-2 in HCC play. The Shamrocks have won their last 2. Fishers comes into tonight also with a strong record at 13-7, 6-3 in conference play. Noblesville follows 13-6 overall, 5-4 in the conference, and the Lady Millers coming off of a bit of a hot streak. They've won their last 5. Harrison is 4-5 in conference play, 8-13 overall. Avon, who the Royals play tonight, 5-15, 3-5 in conference play. And as we said at the top of the broadcast, the Orioles have lost their last 6. McCutcheon is 5-16 overall, 2-7 in conference play, followed by Zionsville, the Lady Eagles, 7-13 overall, only 1 win in conference play. They finished 1-8 in the HCC. And Lafayette Jefferson rounds out the HC standings, 3-18 overall, 0-9 in conference play. The only 2 teams that hadn't ground up their season, the 2 teams you're watching tonight, Hamilton Southeastern and Avon. Looking at our schedule this week, it started off with Benton Central defeating Harrison 59-36. Fishers defeated Lawrence Central 60-56. It was Lafayette Jefferson 47, Lafayette Central Catholic 43 in overtime. McCutcheon knocked off North Montgomery 46-37, and Zionsville defeated Indianapolis Northwest 44-31. Only 1 game last night involving an HCC team, and it happened in Lebanon, where the Brownsburg Lady Bulldogs knocked off the top team in Class 3A, the Lebanon Lady Tigers, by a score of 55-52. Games tonight, of course, the one you're watching with the Royals leading Avon 39-16 at the half. Lawrence North is at Noblesville. That'll be a big game for the Millers to see if they can stay hot against a very, very good Lawrence North Lady Wildcat team. And Westfield is at Kokomo. The season will wrap up tomorrow night when Rebuff Jesuit visits Brownsburg and Fishers plays at Decatur Central. That'll bring us up to sectional play next week. Logansport is at McCutcheon in game 1 of that sectional. Kokomo will play at Lafayette Jefferson. Zionsville will open up against Noblesville on Tuesday, and Avon will take on Pike. And then Wednesday, Westfield will host North Central. It'll be Carmels versus Fishers, and Southport at Brownsburg. For Hamilton Southeastern, well, they came away with a first-round bye as Coach Huppenball's team plays at the Westfield sectional. They'll take on the winner of Zionsville versus Noblesville. And for Coach Huppenball, I asked him in the coach's podcast earlier this week if he welcomed that opening round bye. And for Coach Huppenball, bit of a double-edged sword. Liked having the bye, but not sure he liked his team being off for 8 days. They won't play again until next Friday night. So the Lady Royals will have 8 days to rest and get rusty, as he said. He said, of course, last year we were undefeated going into sectional and lost in the opening game against the eventual state champion, North Central. So look at it both ways. Coach Huppenball, the one thing he said we're not worry about is rust heading into sectionals that begin on Friday for Hamilton Southeastern. Let's take a look at our first half stats. For the Avon Orioles, they just haven't been able to find anything offensively. They're led by Shay Daniels, 4 points, 3 points each for Hannah Eiler and Paige Batalis, 2 points each for Megan Price, Shelly Daniels, and Rachel Griffin. For Hamilton Southeastern, they're led by Jessica Pongonis with 14 points. Taya Reimer has 13, 4 points each from Taylor Graham and Lindsay Walton, 2 points each from Casey Hornbuckle and Megan Walton. The Royals got off to a hot start to begin this contest. They kept it all the way through the first half. And at the break, they lead by 23, 39-16. So we'll see what Coach Uppenthal does with the lineups here to begin quarter number 2. It will be Julia Faisal, Casey Hornbuckle, Megan Walden, Jessica Bongonis, and Taya Reimer. That's the starting 5 that Coach Uppenthal used to begin this contest. And for the Orioles, they will trot out Megan Price, Megan Hunt, Paige Vitalis, Shelly Daniels, and Rachel Griffin. That is David Cupp's starting 5. Royals have the basketball to begin second half wearing the white. Orioles are in the black as Hornbuckle around a Pongona's screen leaves it to Faisal. Faisal's entry pass to Taya Reimer. Turnaround jumper in the lane, no good. Lindsay Reimer with the rebound. Misses the shot, gets her own rebound, and lays it up and in. Lindsay with 6 points, and it's a 41-16 Royal lead. They feed down low. Shelly Daniels leaves it short. Had a wide open layup, but missed it. Faisal with a rebound. Royals take it to Lindsay Walton, finds Faisal in the lane, goes up, and she'll get to the line. She's fouled on the layup. Trillia, one of 4 seniors on this team. As Paige Vitalis picks up her first personal. And Trillia got the start, and she's looking for her first points. And she'll see if she can get them here at the free throw line. First one is no good, and Trillia with one more free throw. Second free throw coming from Faisal, and she cans it. Trillia in her final game here at Hamilton Southeastern is in the scorebook as she gets her first points, and 42-16 is the score as Griffin trapped at the midcourt stripe, gives it to Daniels, and Daniels kicks it out to Megan Price. Price had to try to save it from going out of bounds, but couldn't stop her own momentum, and the ball goes back to Southeastern. We're 60 seconds into the third quarter, 42-16. Taya Reimer pull-up jumper halfway down, comes back out. And Hunt with a rebound for Avon. Megan Hunt left side, Megan Price. Price to Vitalis in the corner, and they will swing it back around. The Southeastern stays in a man-to-man. Price against Trillia Faisal. Looking for somebody to get the ball to. They finally find Shelly Daniels. Daniels top of the key, lobs it into Griffin. And coming from behind to knock it out of bounds is Lindsay Walton with some help side defense. As she came in from behind and managed to knock it out of bounds. It will stay in the hands of the Orioles as Griffin will inbound from the baseline. She finds Daniels, poked away by Faisal. As Ryan or Pongonis, it's like she got knocked on the elbow right in the, as they say, the funny bone area, which always amazed me. It's never so funny. Nice inbounds play as Shelly Daniels gets loose underneath the basket. And she has 4 points. 42-18. Faisal saves it into Pongonis. Pongonis out to Hornbuckle. Hornbuckle to Reimer. Reimer, 3 on the way, off the back iron, no good. Hornbuckle races in, but she can't get the rebound. Ball goes out of bounds, and they'll say it belongs to Southeastern as it was last touched by an Oriole. 6:04 remains in quarter number 3, all Southeastern. 42-18. And Faisal will inbound from the baseline. Finds Lindsay Walton. Walton guarded by Vitalis. Finds Pongonis. Pongonis in the lane. Runner is left short. Hornbuckle comes in for the rebound, but she went over the back of Megan Hunt to do so. And Casey's going to be called for her second personal foul. First team foul against the Royals here in the second half with 5:54 remaining in the quarter. Southeastern leads 42-18. Right side, Vitalis, double team comes. Here's a tip away from Reimer. Taya with the basketball, lays it up and in. Taya with great anticipation steals the basketball and finishes it off with a layup. She has 15 points. 44-18 is our score. Shelly Daniels right side stripped by Walton, but a whistle and a foul. Looked like Lindsey Walton got all ball. We'll see if they call it against. And they did call it against Lindsey. That'll be her third. Walton looked like she got all ball, but it's going to be Shelly Daniels at the line shooting two. Daniels bricks the first free throw. She'll have one more. Shelly Daniels with one more free throw. She has 4 points in the game. And matches her sister Shay. Second free throw is good. She now has 5. A 25-point Hamilton Southeastern lead with 5:23 left to go in the third quarter. Lindsey Walton picks up her dribble, left side, Taya Reimer. Reimer, hesitation, kicks it out. Pongonis for three. Rims out, rebounded by Lindsey Walton, put back up and in. Lindsey Walton with 8 points as Pongonis' three rattles out, but Walton right there for the putback. Now a steal by Lindsey. Stepped in front of the pass, leaves it for Reimer. Reimer lays it up and in. Good transition basket from Walton to Reimer as Walton anticipated the pass, stepped in, and leaves it for Taya to finish it off. 48-19, our score. 29-point Royal lead. They feed down low. Rachel Griffin works on Pongonis. Pongonis partially blocks that one too. Into the hands of Faisal. Faisal finds Reimer, and Reimer finishes it off in transition. 19 points for Taya Reimer. A 31-point Southeastern lead, and a timeout called by the Lady Orioles head coach David Cupp with 4:24 remaining in the third quarter. Hamilton Southeastern leads Avon by the score of 50-19. This is Royals basketball on ASO. Brian Scott back at Hamilton Southeastern High School with 4 minutes and 24 seconds remaining in the third quarter. It's all Hamilton Southeastern as they lead 50-19. As we've lost the scoreboard to our left, at least the score part. Scoreboard to our right is still working. And now we've lost both. So we're going to have a bit of a break as we have lost the scoreboards now on both ends of the court. We've gained our scoreboard to our right once again. We're still missing the scoreboard to our left. So we have a delay here as they try to work. They have one scoreboard that is operating, one that is operating in as much that it's just showing the players, the points, and the fouls. If you've ever been here to Hamilton Southeastern High School, their scoreboard on one side of the gym has all the scores plus the players' points and fouls. The scoreboard to our right is just a standard scoreboard, but right now both of them are having issues. The one to our right, as you are watching tonight, keeps going in and out. The one to our left has not returned yet. So we have a bit of a delay here at Hamilton Southeastern. We've lost the scoreboard to our right again. And remind you that sectionals will begin next week. Hamilton Southeastern will play Friday at 6. As now they're taking the players off the court as they try to correct the scoreboard issue. Hamilton Southeastern will play Friday night. They'll play in the first game at Westfield. And They will play the winner of Noblesville versus Zionsville. So Noblesville has been hot as of late, winners of their last 5. And now we got the scoreboards working, so we're ready to resume play. For Avon, they'd like to not have the scoreboards operating as they find themselves down by 31. Here's Lindsey Walton stepping in front of Rachel Griffin's pass. Graham to Reimer. Reimer drives baseline, puts the shot up, rolls off the back of the rim, but Taya Reimer's going to earn a trip to the free throw line. Taya Reimer with 19 points. She has 2 of 2 from the line. And Rachel Griffin will be hit with her second personal foul as Taya hits the first of 2. Of course, Taya Reimer became Hamilton Southeastern's all-time ladies basketball scorer, and she hits them both. I'm talking with Coach Huppenthal during the coach's podcast on Monday. He said he knew after Taya's freshman season that she had a legitimate shot at that record. There's a shot, 3-point basket from the far corner by Megan Price. Price with 5 points, 52-22, a 30-point lead. He said Reimer knew that she had a good chance for the scoring to become Hamilton Southeastern's leading scorer. She misses a layup underneath. I asked him he's seen Taya improve in his 4 years coaching Reimer, and he says she's really developed that outside shot. Here's a steal by Reimer. Taya with the basketball, drives, lays it off the glass and up and in. 10 points in the quarter for Reimer. She has 23 in the game. And it's a 54-22 lead for the Royals. 3:07. Here's a 3-ball by Paige Vitalis from the near corner. Her second basket is a 3 as well. She has 6 points, making a 29-point Southeastern lead. Trying to feed Megan Walton, poked away by Megan Price. Ball still loose on the court. Now it's going to go out of bounds, and they'll say it belongs to Hamilton Southeastern. Kaylee Huppenthal. As Kaylee Huppenthal back into the game for Hamilton Southeastern. Carly Froderman now in for the Orioles. As the basket up and good by Jessica Pongona. Or Kaylee Huppenthal, excuse me. As Huppenthal gets her first points. I thought so. They made the correction. Pongonis with her first point in the second half. She now has 16, 56-25 as the Royals well on their way to their second consecutive Hoosier Crossroads Conference championship. 2 minutes and 5 seconds left in the third quarter. Pongo feeds Reimer. Reimer forces it up and gets it in. Taya Reimer, 25 points. 58-25. Pull-up jumper by Griffin. Shot no good. As Shelly Daniels goes up with Kaylee Huppenthal, and foul is going to be called against Shelly Daniels. That's her third. Excuse me, her fourth, team third. And Pongonis checks out as Pongo with 16 points and a 58-25 Southeastern lead. 1:41 left to go in this third quarter. Taya Reimer has 14 points in the quarter. Huppenthal, 3 from the top of the key, no good. Chased down by Froderman. Right side, Megan Hunt leaves it to Griffin. Back to Froderman, guarded by Taylor Graham. Griffin, free throw line, works on Reimer, drives, stripped away by Maddie Taylor. Taylor with a strip. Maddie lays it up and lays it in. Maddie with good hands stripped it away and finished it coast to coast for her first points. 60-25, Southeastern out in front. And a minute left in the third. And now this one poked away by Taylor into the hands of Kuppenthal. Kaylee lays it up and lays it in. And now Kaylee has her first points. As the Royals doing it offensively, defensively, every way imaginable right now. Broderman kicks it out top. This is Megan Price with the basketball. Price, left-hand dribble, leaves it out to Griffin. 3 on the way, and that hits the rim, bounces. It bounces into the hands of Megan Walton. 25 seconds remain in the quarter. Royals look to hold for the last shot. 16 seconds remain in this third quarter. 62-25. Graham closely guarded 5 seconds as Megan Hunt stayed on top of Taylor. And they get the 5-second call. 10.8 seconds remain in the quarter. A 62-25 Southeastern lead. Price with the basketball. Looking for somebody. Throws it away. Here's Reimer. From half court, it's up. Off the glass, no good. And that's the end of the third quarter. Hamilton Southeastern is way out in front as they look for their second Hoosier Crossroads Conference championship. Only the Orioles 62-25. Back for the fourth quarter in just a moment. This is Royals basketball on ASL. Ryan Scott back at Hamilton Southeastern High School is the 7th-ranked Lady Royals lead by 37 points as we begin the fourth quarter. 62-25. Tia Reimer, 25 points in the game, 12 points in that third quarter. And Alicia Goad is now in, along with Jessica Pongonis, Taylor Graham, Megan Walton, and Maddie Taylor. Orioles will have the basketball to begin the final quarter as Rachel Griffin gets it into Megan Hunt. They're joined by Carly Froderman, Megan Price, and Hannah Eiler. Griffin finds Price. Price will have to back it up, guarded by Goad. Alicia getting some varsity time here in this fourth quarter. They beat Griffin. Griffin guarded by Pongonis. Left-hand dribble, picks it up, almost throws it away. Froderman has it for Avon, and she'll throw it back out top. Good defense by Hamilton Southeastern. As Avon still looking as Megan Walton gets into Carly Froderman, and Megan Walton's going to be called for the personal. 13th foul against Hamilton Southeastern. Rachel Griffin is in. Lexi Short comes in as now Coach David Cupp brings in some reserves. Shot by Price from 3 is no good. Short couldn't hold on to the rebound. It's tied up underneath. And the ball goes into the hands of Hamilton Southeastern on the alternate possession rule. Orioles hold the ball for 52 seconds. And great Hamilton Southeastern defense forces up a 3 and the rebound. Pongonis finds Taylor. Maddie with the basketball to Jessica. Pongonis, pull-up jumper on its way, off the side of the rim, no good. Froderman tried to save it for Avon. It goes off of her, out of bounds, and the ball will go back into the hands of Hamilton Southeastern. Again, a 37-point Southeastern advantage, 6:50 left to go in the ball game. Nice entry pass. Taylor Graham finds Jessica Pongonis, and Pongo finishes it off for her 18th point. 64-25 is our score. We've seen some excellent work, and we see that from both the boys and the girls teams doing a very good job on inbound passes, and Graham finds Pongonis for the easy basket. Price drives baseline, throws it to Hunt. Hunt has to track it back down near the sideline. Over to the right side, Froderman for three is on its way off the back iron, no good. And now we'll have a whistle and a foul, and they're going to get Alicia Goad. Alicia will pick up her first. 14th foul against Southeastern. Eiler will depart as Shelly Daniels comes in. And Froderman departs as Paige Metalis returns for Coach Cup. Tough night for the Orioles as they've had very few positives. Here's another steal, this time from Pongonis. Hamilton Southeastern has done a fantastic job of denying entry passes and anticipating passes. Quick hands on both ends of the court. Here's Pongonis. Kicks it out. Megan Walton for three. It's good. Walton with 5 points. It's a 42-point Southeastern lead. 5:43, excuse me. Left to go. Price with the basketball. Guarded by Go. Left side finds Megan Hunt. Up top to Vitalis, guarded by Megan Walton. Here's a poke away and a steal by Megan. Megan drives left side, hesitates, and that allows Short to run by her, and Megan will simply lay it up and in. Good job by Walton to pause and let Short run by her. Here's another denial as Pongonis knocks it away from Daniels. But Graham, in gathering the basketball, is called for steps. Megan Walton, Nettie Taylor leave. Taya Reimer, Lindsey Walton return. As Coach Uppenthal, not likely to keep his starters out of this, as he said, with 8 days off. He doesn't want to give them any more rust. Here's a lob knocked away from Pongonis. Pongonis ran into Taylor Graham and caused Taylor to stutter step, and that calls the whistle and the travel. But as I mentioned, Coach Uppenthal likely to try to get his starters as much playing time. Here's a throw up by Vitalis. It's long and into the hands of Lindsey Walton. Walton to Reimer, one dribble, throws it up off the bottom of the rim, but a whistle and a foul is going to be called against Avon. It will go against Shelly Daniels, and that'll be her fifth. 14th foul against Avon as Daniels will depart and Rachel Griffin will return. Shelly Daniels leads with 5 points, and she fouls out with 4:52 left to go in the ball game. And Taya Reimer at the line, she scored 25 points. It was a perfect 4 for 4 from the line. They make it 5 of 5. There's been one shortcoming to Reimer's game maybe this year, as she still is below 60% from the free throw line. But she scanned all 6 of her free throws here in tonight's ball game. She has 27 points, and Southeastern leads 71-25, 4:46 remains. Price with the basketball. Guarded by Goad. They feed it to Griffin. Griffin, free throw line, lobs it into Vitalis. And Vitalis goes up. And the shot's no good, but a whistle and a foul is going to be called, I believe, against Lindsey Walton. And that would be her 4th. 15 foul against Southeastern as Kaylee Huppenthal is set to check back in. Paige Vitalis at the line to shoot 2, and this is the first. Huppenthal will come in, though, for Taylor Graham, as Coach Huppenthal will leave Lindsey Walton out there with 4 personal. Vitalis missed the first, missed the second. Walton with a rebound. Lindsey Walton comes away with it. 71-25 is our score. Right side, this is Gold with the basketball. Finds Taya Reimer. Reimer left side, Lindsey Walton. Lindsey up top to Pongonis. Jessica right side to Taya. Taya underneath to Lindsey Walton. And as Walton gets the pass, she's going to be fouled. Looks like it'll go against Vitalis. It'll be Vitalis' second personal. Team's fifth. It's both teams with 5 team fouls. And Walton finds Pongonis, and Pongo finishes it off. Another excellent inbounds play run by the Lady Royals. Pongonis now with 20 points. And it's a 73-25 lead. 3:56 remain. We're halfway through this final quarter as the entry pass trying to hit Megan Price baseline goes off and out of bounds. Pongonis and Reimer depart. And they will get a big hand from the crowd here. And it's got to watch with Hamilton Southeastern. As Taya Reimer will sit, she's hugging everybody down the sideline, and Coach Cup is going to get some subs in. As Reimer finishes and hugs Coach Huppenthal as she plays her final game here at Hamilton Southeastern, and her and Jessica Pongonis share a hug as they depart. Pongonis leaves with 20 points. Reimer leaves with 27. And the Royals now will count down to another Hoosier Crossroads Conference Championship. Maddie Taylor in along with Casey Hornbuckle. Here is Huppenthal. Ball fake finds Taylor. And they'll go right side to Alicia Go. 3:23 remains. 73-25. Southeastern with the lead. Hornbuckle, top of the key. Picks it up. Right side, Alicia Go. As the Royals continue to bleed clock. Here's Lindsey Walton. Pull-up jumper. That's no good. Fought for underneath as Huppenthal ties it up with Raina Bailey, who is now in as Coach Cup gets some of her reserves in. Trillia Faisal and Brittany Goggins comes in. Lindsey Walton departs, as does Alicia Go. So Trillia Faisal playing the final 3:04 as she winds down her senior season. Here's a steal by Goggins on the entry pass. Goggins finds Hornbuckle. And Hornbuckle's layup is short. Ball is loose, chased down by Goggins. Goggins finds Faisal. And Faisal with the bench urging her to shoot. Now a timeout called by Coach Chris Huppenthal. They wanted to see Trillia jack one up from beyond the arc. And it'll be a full timeout called by Coach Huppenthal with 2:41 remaining in this basketball game. Hamilton Southeastern up by 48, 73-25. Hamilton Southeastern, it will be their back-to-back Hoosier Crossroads Conference championships and back-to-back undefeated seasons in Hoosier Crossroads Conference play. 9-0 last year and well on their way to 9-0 this season. I'm sure after this game, Coach Huppenthal and the team will savor the victory, savor the championship, and then turn their sights to Westfield next week as sectional play begins. For Taya Reimer and Jessica Pongonis especially, both of them with some pretty bitter pills to swallow last season, as that Royals team that went undefeated was bounced in the opening game of sectional play. And as outstanding of as a season that was for the Royals, the fact of getting bounced in the opening game left a bitter pill to swallow. Here's Faisal. They tried to get it to her on the inbound, stolen away by Megan Hunt. Here comes Avon. Hunt. Pull up free throw line, left side to Bailey. Bailey's shot misses everything, tied up by Faisal And Lanique Ellis now in for Avon, and the possession arrow favors Southeastern, as now Avon will work some full court pressure. They get the ball to Maddie Taylor. Taylor almost loses it, but Brittany Goggins now has it stolen away from behind by Rada Bailey. And this time the help ball has the possession arrow in favor of Avon, trailing 73-25, 2:22 remaining in the basketball game. Entry pass is made as Megan Hunt goes right side to Hannah Eiler. Eiler drives the lane, lays it off to Bailey. Bailey's 12-footer is up and good. Serena Bailey has her first points and a 73-27 Southeastern lead. Goggins around to Taylor's screen. Give it up top to Faisal. Faisal for three. That one's short. Saved by Huppenthal, but Huppenthal had a foot on the baseline when she tapped it back in. And the ball goes back to Avon. 73-27 our score. With a minute 44 remaining. Eiler tries to make a move, makes a few steps, and is called for traveling. Ball goes back into the hands of Southeastern with a minute 42 left. It looks like they're trying to get Trillia Faisal a basket from the field as Huppenthal looks to inbound. And now we'll have a foul called as Brittany Goggins came to get the basketball, and she's pushed from behind. And the foul will go against Rana Bailey. Her first, team sixth. And Huppenthal once again from the baseline. And she finds Hornbuckle. Hornbuckle will give it to Goggins, who will bring it across the timeline with a minute 33 remaining. Leaves it off for Hornbuckle. Hornbuckle in the lane, floater off the glass and in. Hornbuckle with her fourth point. 75-27 Southeastern, a minute 18. Alicia Goad will be checking back in for the Royals as Avon, a three on its way, is off the side of the rim, no good by Bailey. Royals come, they look, they find Hornbuckle underneath. Hornbuckle lays it up and in. Casey with 6 points. We're under a minute left in the regular season. Hamilton Southeastern, your Hoosier Crossroads Conference champions. We'll head into next week. Here's Faisal. Faisal drives, lays it up off the glass. It's short, but she's got to head to the free throw line, and she was fouled. As we've got a whole host of substitutions coming in after this free throw. Lanique Ellis with the personal foul. 7th team, but it's a 2-shot foul for Trillia. Trillia with 1 point. Make it 2 as she looks the free throw. Alicia Goad, Elena Adejua, Mariah Trisky in, Kaylee Huppenthal, Maddie Taylor, and Casey Hornbuckle depart. As the crowd gives Casey Hornbuckle, as the second free throw is off to the right by Trillia. With 34 seconds left. Right side, Bailey moves, gives it up. Here's a jumper from 12 feet. That one rims out by Ellis. Ball is loose on the court, saved by Faisal off of Goggins, and they'll say it then went off of an Oriole. And Kaylee Huppenthal's back in. She's coming in for Trillia Faisal, so Faisal can get a good hand from the crowd. Faisal with 2 points gets a nice hand from the crowd in the final 18 seconds as Goggins finds Kaylee Huppenthal. Kaylee up top. This is Mariah Trisky. Left side to Goggins. 9 seconds remain. Goggins to Adejua. Adejua loses it to the hands of Eiler. Eiler will race to the other side, and she's going to be fouled by Brittany Goggins trying to block the shot with 1.2 seconds remaining. Brittany Goggins will have her first personal, and they'll send Hannah Eiler to the line to shoot a pair. Southeastern will win their 4th game in a row heading into sectionals, as Eiler will shoot 2 and misses the first. One more free throw for Hannah Eiler as this season will come to a close in 1 2/10 seconds. The regular season, I should say. And Eiler's second free throw is good. She has 4 points. Trisky inbounds to Goggins, and the season is over. And the Hamilton Southeastern Lady Royals, ranked number 7 in the state of Indiana, have won their 2nd in a row Hoosier Crossroads Conference Championship. They defeat Avon 78-28. We'll have final stats for you in just a moment. You're listening to Royals basketball on ASO. Bryant Scott back at Hamilton Southeastern High School, where the Lady Royals, ranked number 7 in Class 4 in the state of Indiana, have defeated the Avon Orioles 78-28. In doing so, they've won back-to-back Hoosier Crossroads Conference Championships, back-to-back undefeated seasons in HCC play, and will ride a 4-game winning streak in the sectional plays beginning next Friday at Westfield. Let's give you our final stats for tonight's contest for the visiting Avon Orioles. They were led with 6 points by Paige Metalis, 5 points for Megan Price. There was also 5 points for Shelly Daniels before she fouled out. 4 points from Shay Daniels, 4 points from Hannah Eiler, 2 points from Rachel Griffin and Raina Bailey, and Brooke Peters, Megan Hunt, Lanique Ellis, Lexi Short, and Carly Broderman played. They did not score. For the Lady Royals, they were led by 27 points from Taya Reimer. Jessica Pongonis had 20 points. 8 points for Lindsay Walton. 7 points from Megan Walton. 6 points from Casey Hornbuckle. 4 points from Taylor Graham. 2 points each from Kaylee Huppenthal and Trillia Basil, as well as Maddie Taylor, and Alicia Goad, Brittany Goggins, Mariah Trisky, and Elena Hidejua played. They did not score. Southeastern led 22-4 after the end of the first quarter. They led 39-16 at the break, 62-25 in the third quarter, and our final score, 78-28. The win, as I said, pushes Hamilton Southeastern's record to 18-3 on the season. They finished HCC play with a record of 9-0. The loss drops Avon to 5-16 overall, and they finish HCC play with a record of 3-6. Hamilton Southeastern now will wait until Friday to begin sectional play. They will play the winner of Zionsville versus Noblesville. That game will be Friday night. It'll be game 1 of a doubleheader that night, and the Royals will play at 6 o'clock against the winner of Zionsville and Noblesville. Once again, our final score, the Lady Royals win back-to-back HCC championships as they knock off Avon in a very convincing fashion, 78-28. This is Brian Scott saying thank you for joining me tonight. Look forward to seeing you for the sectionals next week. Until then, so long, everybody.